So I've been trying to figure out what I want to do in regards to my bedroom lighting for a while. I don't really have room for like a large floor lamp, so I wanted to get a lot of different table lamps just sprinkled throughout the bedroom. I ended up picking up this lamp. It was a real pain to put this together, but thankfully my husband was able to figure it out, and I put this on our dresser. At first I wasn't crazy about the bulb that was provided. It's one of those really harsh LED type of lights, but the glass shade of the lamp kind of like hides it a bit. So here's what it looks like installed. And then I also got this silver wireless lamp from Huga is the site. And here is what it looks like at night. So it took me a really long time to figure out what I was going to do in our entryway. I was thinking about doing shelving, but there's just not enough clearance behind the door in order to make that work. And I tried to find a lot of different vintage mid-century type mirrors on Marketplace, and a lot of people were just flakes, but luckily I found this one and it was super heavy duty. It had these two brackets here already attached. We just put a piece of masking tape over it to know where to put the screw lines. We did screw this in instead of nailing it in because it is so heavy. So happy I finally figured out what to do here, and I really love how it just opens up the space and makes it even more cozy. Here is how the entryway mirror came out. Really love it with my Drea plant there. Again, another empty frame. Still figuring out the artwork process and what photos I'm gonna put where. So I wanted to give a nursery tour of our old place. I just don't want to show my child's room, as it is currently online, but here is how I decorated our last nursery. And yeah, I just thought it was a really cute and calming, like really kid-friendly space. I just wanted to talk about, the different things that I had going on in here. So we did opt for a Montessori floor bed, primarily because he nursed for, the first 12 months overnight, and I was sleeping in here with him. That moon and cloud thing on the left side of the wall, those are actually little night lights, so that was helpful in the middle of the night if I needed to, get myself situated and, have him latch again. I had this little, I guess tent situation above the bed with the clouds and the stars. There's that big space to the right, but it didn't bother me too much. We also hung his bath towel on the wall alongside his measuring elephant, and then I hung his hamper on the back side of the door. I also had a Montessori pull-up bar installed, and we had to kind of finagle it a bit. The ends would just slide out, so we put some hockey tape on the end so that it would stay put. And then because we have pretty, crappy drywall, we had to put a 2x4 behind the actual bar. And then we just stuck one of those IKEA 3M tape mirrors for the mirror portion above it. Montessori element we utilized was the toy shelf. So we got the toy shelf off of Etsy as well, and I got some decals off of Etsy as well. The arch was a separate seller, or maybe it was the same, I'm not sure. But the arch I ordered in that specific color, and then with the clouds again, I don't really know or have a theme for the room. I just wanted it to be cute and kid-friendly. So yeah, they were actually really good vinyl decals, and we did remove them from this wall and install them in his room at our current house. So on the top of the shelf we had a little light machine, and then our hatch, and then I had a Bluetooth speaker that I would use throughout the day if we were like in his room hanging out listening to music. We had various Love Every toys. I did have the subscription, I think, until he was like 10 months old. So we had those on the shelf so that he could grab whatever he wanted. And then for his first birthday, I did get him a little bag of musical toys, which he loved. So this I call the nursing corner. I had a rocking chair I got off of Amazon, along with this really handy footrest, which was really useful when I was first, getting the hang of nursing. And then I also had like a little receiving cloth and a blanket back there. And then I had a little table for my coffee or water bottle or snack if I had it. and we did elimination communication, which I'm so glad we did. And we had this little potty here for any time I was going to give him a potty tunity in his room. I did a little gallery wall, and then I had this stuffed animal net, and the stars, mainly because I had those in my room and I wanted to have those elements from my childhood in his nursery. Along the window, we did a bookshelf and then our changing station. And we use the bookshelf mainly for books, but there are a few toys intermixed throughout. And here is a close-up of the wallpaper that we used. It is chinoiserie, like animal themed. It's peel and stick. A lot of the books on here are books that I remembered from my childhood that I did order like off of eBay. My husband actually made this bookshelf. I wanted it to have a lip underneath, and then we just screwed the sides together and also added some wood glue. I also got him a little Hooked on Phonics kit, which I used when I was little, so I plan on using that for him as well. This is my nursing / changing caddy. In the top I had like medicines and then wipes, and in the second row I had actual like nursing things like receiving blankets, a bunch of nursing things that I didn't use that much, and then the bottom was blankets. Above the changing table I had a shelf with his hair products. I made this little footprint, and then I had paper towels, which came in handy. And to the right of the changing table was actually a closet. So it's a closet with built-ins, and it just was always super messy, so I put just a tension rod above it and then hung these linen curtains to hide that. On the side of the changing table I had these cloud hooks I got from H&M, and I would use them to hang face towels that were wet so they could dry, or if I would put his pajamas on there or a t-shirt so that wasn't dirty. So this is our little baby cam. It is by Wise. We had it stuck to the changing table, I think via magnet, and then we had a perfect view of his bed. So our diaper situation, we had face towels there and wipes, and then we had some cloth inserts and some potty trainers on the left side. On the right side we had our Grovia hybrid shells along with our cotton inserts. And for his clothes, we never hung stuff. We always would just find a way to make it fit in his dresser drawers. So I did mix in cute photos I found on Pinterest to add to his gallery wall along with family photos. And I just wanted to show more of the wallpaper. It was actually really easy to remove as well. We didn't use it in our next place, but I love that wallpaper so much. I feel like it really made the room. And I hung his Love Every mobile above the changing table, which was helpful when, you know, he was a little antsy or fussy. And then that's how I put his little hair hygiene stuff and hand sanitizer as well for anyone changing his diaper. That little heart thing is a prop from his Valentine's Day shoot. Boy moms will understand why I have that there. All right, so I'm gonna attempt to put a fake plant here. I initially had one from Home Depot, or from Lowe's. I never took a photo of it, but I ended up returning it for a couple reasons. But I got this off of Temu, you know, I guess ahead of the tariff situation. It actually came with two, so I'm gonna try to put the other one upstairs in our master. We have a tall vase next to our headboard thing, so I'm gonna try to put it there. And it comes with its own little base, so we're gonna see how this works out. Here's the base. Maybe it's like a hard plastic. So the underside, I'm gonna have to figure out ways to fluff out the leaves more, and then I need to dust it off, but I don't know. I'm really gonna have to get creative with that, but I'm gonna try to make it work. So it looks a little better already, actually. But yeah, I think I'm definitely gonna have to get something to stand it up on, or get a really tall vase and then fill it with something so that this is more toward the top, which is what I'm gonna do in our bedroom. So, but yeah, I mean, you know, it's not too bad. Need to dust it off, but not too bad at all. Yeah, I just went and like bent a lot of these and like opened up the leaves. I'm gonna see more of the top of the leaves than the underside. And I like the asymmetrical shape. It's nice. That's part of the reason why I ended up getting this one. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get something because whoever's sitting here, I don't want them to bump into it. So if I get something where it's like raised to about here, then I can put it more in the corner, and then maybe I would turn it to extend out that way. But yeah, I'd rather it be higher. So I kind of want to just fill that corner there. So here's where I'm thinking of trying to make it work. So I had this set up at our old place. Yeah, I mean, this was in our dining room area, like pampas grass, amaranth, all real dried flowers. But I'm going to, I don't know, stuff something down at the bottom here so that the base of the pot is about here. And then, yeah, hope that looks okay. Maybe I'll get like pieces of the cardboard from the box that it came in and then stuff it. So I did a little work on it. Let's scoot it back there and see what it's looking like. I'm trying to get a gallery wall going on our stairs. I'm not sure if I'm going to do both sides or not, but I'm going to put that mirror on this wall, and then on the wall that has the sconce, I might also do a gallery wall. I'm not sure yet. We currently have absolutely no photos hung, which is pretty sad, but I've just been trying to get the bigger things going before I worry about that. So I have frames from our old place, and then I also have some frames that I thrifted that I just haven't put up yet. So I'm going to put these around the house today, and then I will worry about changing out the photos and the artwork later. Here is a layout of everything, and like I said, all of that artwork is going to go bye-bye. So I know you can really like map out exactly how you want your gallery wall to go, but I always just wing it and I put the mirror up first. All of the artwork is going to be changed out, and they might not even be changed to artwork. It might just be changed to photos. But I think I'm going to put this one here. I forget. Yeah, in between the two door lines. This one I'm gonna try the bedroom. Again, won't be this artwork. So here we have the dresser. Yeah, I think this one will be good here. Actually, this artwork isn't bad. I just don't know if I like the flower bar text anymore. This one will go here. And these white ones I'm probably going to try to put in my son's room, just because white frames aren't really the vibe at this place. These, I don't know, I'm just going to play around with, but I might try to just put them here underneath the mirror. I'm not really too picky about this because it's going to be an entire little gallery wall. This one I think I'll do on this side. Different art. I don't know why I keep giving that disclaimer. And then this one maybe here. And then we'll have stuff at the top as well eventually. Just fill it up. I think what I'm gonna do is anything that's not like wood or brown that I already have, like this one, like it's not like the brown tone that I want, I'm just gonna toss it on the gallery wall and you know, it'll fix itself, you know, match wise. And obviously the gallery wall will have the silver and wood touches that I, you know, am going for now peppered in, but I'm gonna try to put some here on this table here. And then when we get all of our shelving in, like the shelving unit we're gonna build there, we'll have photos. We'll probably put some pictures in here as well. All this stuff is gonna come out. And then this shelving unit over here is probably just gonna be books, maybe some objects like kitchen, vessel, cup type stuff. Maybe not necessarily photos, I'm not quite sure yet. And this is just going to be bar stuff, so I don't think we'll have any photos in there, but maybe like one or two. So I have, again, just to reiterate, the frames will stay here. I'm going to change out the artwork / put in photos instead, and then I have a gap here. I'm gonna try to find probably like an oval frame and then something else to go under here, and then I probably will extend the length of the wall. But here is what I ended up with. And then I like how you can see the lamp in this mirror. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do on this side. I don't know if I should like frame and crowd the lamp. So I'm trying to figure it out. I might just go full gallery wall on each side. Maybe something on this wall as well. Eventually, I do want to get a stair runner, and I'm thinking of getting a zebra print stair runner. I know it sounds crazy, but here is kind of what I was thinking of. And here is the frame that I put above my floor lamp. And this is this little console table for now. You know, it's subject to change, but I pulled out some of my coffee table books, some more empty frames, and yeah, we'll see. I don't know if I'm gonna put anything in this vase. Everything is, you know, TBD on this, but I don't mind the look of this for now, so we'll see. And then here is what I decided to put on this wall. I did the 2 frames, and then the artwork is gonna change out, but this one's not even cut the correct way to fit the frame. But anyway, those will be different. And these have been hanging here, but I wanted to, since I'm talking about artwork and frames, I wanted to mention these. I am going to be moving these and getting rid of the artwork and putting a shelving unit here. I might put those 2 frames that were above the dining table like staggered here. Not quite sure yet. And then I do like the green there, but I might put it closer. I feel like it's also missing something from above the mirror, so I might put a clock. Not sure yet. And that was it for vlog 8. We have some exciting kitchen updates coming up soon, so stay tuned.